Today we've got prepared for you an unboxing video of the Motorola Moto Z Play, their more affordable flagship phone that supports Moto mods. To get the specs out of the way, it weighs 165 grams and has a 5.5-inch Full HD screen with a pixel density of 403 pixels per inch. Inside of the device itself, there's a Snapdragon 625 that has an octa-core 2GHz Cortex-A53 CPU and an Adreno 506 GPU. All that is backed up by 3GB of RAM and 32GB of inside storage that can be of course expanded up to 256GB with a micro SD card. Yes, it is not the flagship Motorola Moto Z, but it's still far from a couch potato. The camera is another strong point of the Motorola Moto Z Play, as it has a 16 megapixel sensor that has an f2.0 aperture with face detection and laser autofocus, as well as dual LED flash. Sadly, there is no optical image stabilization. Video on the other hand is recorded at Ultra HD at 30 FPS and strangely not at 1080p 60 FPS but at 720p 120 FPS. Who knows? The box that we received the Moto Z Play in is fairly straightforward. While inside we are greeted with a box that contains a lot of user manuals and safety and warranty instructions and whatnot, followed by the back cover that is plastic and snaps on nicely with a magnetic mechanism onto the back of the Z Play. Moving onwards, we also receive a USB Type-C charging cable that is strangely not a normal USB cable connected into an adapter, so if we want to connect our Moto Z Play with a PC, we have to either do it wirelessly, that is preferable by the way, or by a separate cable. Last but not least, we also get the pusher pin so we can install our SD and SIM cards. The product itself is fairly big in our hand, almost in the phablet territory nowadays, and given that Lenovo have decided to stick with the Moto mod scheme for 2 generations, that just tells us that they won't upgrade the size significantly or change it drastically. The screen itself was protected by a Corning Gorilla Glass cover that doesn't have a physical button on the bottom, but it's a capacitive one that looks pretty nice in our opinion. The 3 buttons on the side are meant to turn on and off the device itself and control the volume, and they're pretty small, yet still in a position that we can reach them safely with our hand. On the top of the unit above the screen we find a front-facing flash, the speaker grill that is metal, and the 5 megapixel front-facing camera. The Lenovo Motorola Z Play, that's a really long name by the way, is powered by Android 6.0.1 currently. On the backside there is the probably most impressive part of the device, the connector pins that enable us to connect the Moto mod, such as the Hasselblad camera, the JBL speaker or the Insta projector. But we will probably use the backside to pump up the battery even more. That's not to say that it's currently small in any way, shape or form, as it currently has a capacity of over 3500 mAh, and with the attached Moto battery mod we can get that over 5000, and that is enough for 2 full days use. Well, that is it as far as our initial first impressions and unboxing of the Motorola Moto Z Play goes. Expect a full review soon on Discharge Networks.